On June 3rd, our team began our journey to Honduras, and when we stepped off the plane, we had no idea how impactful this trip would be on the hearts of us all. For the first time since we started serving in Honduras, our team flew into Palmarola, the new airport, which is only 40 minutes away from Meta. This trip was a first for many for our team and for B.C.O. It was the first time we were present while the seminarians were in session, and having Kenny, a full-time coordinator, help facilitate the logistics for our visit, just to name a few. What we saw the Lord doing in Honduras was nothing short of amazing, and we would like to share a few words about our trip with you all.
My role was to lead the construction effort at Meta in the Honduras. I was really just kind of kept the boat pointing in the right direction, and all of our team members really were pulling on the oars. Aside from the construction work that we did, it was good for me to see and learn more about Meta and our relationship with them, and better understand what their role is in the church. Probably helpful to understand that Meta exists to train local pastors and also international pastors. International to them are Spanish-speaking Central American pastors. So while we were there to bless them with some construction work on their infrastructure, that allowed them to do their job of training pastors.
This is my third trip to visit Meta with the B.C.O. team, and the thing that was different about this trip is that seminary was in session, and it was a very special thing to be able to meet the men going to school there and hear their stories and meet their families. I don't think we need confirmation about what we do for the Lord. That will be something that we will maybe learn in eternity. But I think it's a special thing when He gives us a glimpse that some of the work we're doing here does have an effect on people's lives. And so that was a real treat to be able to meet the men and their families and hear their stories and see the sacrifices that they are making to be trained with faithful Bible teaching.
Hearing the testimonies from the students, the power of the Holy Spirit to draw them to Meta from their lives. Some of these guys, they sold everything they had. They don't have very much anyway. They sold everything they had, coming to a different country to learn the true gospel doctrinally, how to teach it. It was really impactful to see that. We were able to get all the projects done that we went to do, and that was a blessing. A lot of what we did is we worked in the nursery department, and to know those kids will have a better place to go to be in there while their parents are learning the Word and worshiping, and also they're taught the Word where they're at, and they'll be a little more comfortable in a little nicer place. That is fantastic.
God was so good. He took everything that people supported. We had friends, we had family, we had people supporting us from all over the U.S. And God took those funds and He just multiplied those. All of the supplies for the project of cleaning up the nursery and making it safe for the church's little people and the workers there, and so that they could even hear the sermons during church. We have a speaker in there now. God also took those funds and helped widows within the community of that church. There were blankets given. There was a mattress given. God used your prayers and your funds to bless these people, and they are so thankful. And we heard that over and over again, how God used B.C.O. and our friends to bless these people.
A specific conversation really stood out to me from the trip to Honduras. There was a man who came into the clinic and asked to talk with someone about the gospel. Another volunteer and I had the opportunity to speak with him and listen to his questions. It was amazing to see the way that God had allowed certain things to happen in this patient's life. He had reached a low, broken point and realized his need for God. It reminded me that all Christians must reach this point to understand our complete need for Christ. Our own earthly good works and accomplishments are worthless, and our singular need is Christ. Gracias, B.C.O, por ayudarnos financieramente y con sus oraciones. Todos nosotros disfrutamos nuestro tiempo en Honduras y estamos muy agradecidos.
On behalf of your Honduras 2023 mission team, B.C.O, we thank you for your prayers and financial support. We couldn't have done it without you.
I shall overcome, yet not I, but through Christ.